TrackIt users all out there who are here to look at footprints. As we mentioned earlier, we're going to start talking a little bit about the fact that footprints can take literally any of those typical tickets that you're taking inside of your TrackIt solution. These include incidents, problems, changes, or other types of tickets. And really the best place to start is just by saying, hey, let's create a new incident record. This is the kind of stuff that your help desk is probably managing on a day-to-day basis right now. And I'm going to roll my dashboard up out of the way so this is a little easier to see. But you can see Footprints is presenting information for you to be able to gather all the details necessary for managing incidents, break-fix types of services that we offer in our organization. Now, the footprint screens that you're seeing and the information that's listed on this screen, some of it is here just for illustrative purposes to show you that we can make any changes or add any fields that we would like. So fields like drop down with value 2 in it here, this is intended to just show you I can create any kind of field and add any values to any drop downs I wish on the form. So unlike TrackIt, where you're limited to only a few fields that you can modify or add your own custom content to, in Footprints, really the sky's the limit. You can add as much information to the form as you would want. And taking information really starts with giving who your contact is, right? So we're just going to pretend that we'll open this ticket for me. I'm linking to our address book, which can be linked out to your Active Directory system if you'd like. Footprints is now returned my information into the ticket and allowing you to see all of those details about me. And then I can continue down the form and begin capturing additional information, such as the status of our request, moving it forward to in progress if we're beginning to work on it, capturing the urgency and impact of our request so that we can appropriately set our priority. So in that way, we can have high urgency if things are of a major concern, or high impact if they are of major concern, and we can see that immediately moves it to a critical issue for us. And so that I can begin to log this request, I have a place to log both internal notes that my customers would not see, right? This is for our technicians to be able to pass back and forth, as well as notes that our customers would see. Now, of course, when our customers call us, perhaps they're calling us today about needing an email or having an email issue. So we're just going to take that very quickly, start logging this information. Our customer can't log into Outlook, they can't use email, we're capturing that data. You can see I have another field here with choices in it. And again, my intent behind this is to say, no matter what the field is, no matter what the data is that's necessary to support your process, you can add that information into Footprints, even if there's silly fields like choices with a bunch of drop-down values in it like I've picked, or if they are fields that are very specific to your organization. All the data you need to capture can be fully configured and customized inside of Footprints. You can also see that Footprints is linked to our asset solution. This is BMC Client Management, and what it's doing is bringing back information about my particular asset on this form. That's very important because most of the time when a customer calls, they're calling about the asset they use, right? They're calling about their local machine. So it's very useful that this asset's on the form because that allows me to see additional info about it, right? Find out what kind of equipment our customers are using, but also allows me to take actions against it like viewing a registry, modifying services, stopping or starting those services, passing a file to them, or basically remote controlling their machine if I need to from here so that I can take the actions necessary against it. And what better place to do that than right inside of the ticket itself, right? So that I can remote control or take whatever actions against this PC. And then I don't have to stop by their desktop in order to make this happen. Makes it very, very useful. We can classify our type of incident. These can be, of course, your own terminologies, right? If it's a trouble ticket, you can certainly list the source. How did they contact us? They called us. If our customers have a preferred contact method, we can certainly capture that information. And of course, we can categorize our request based on any kind of information that we would like. You can see I have some of my own words in here, like another new choice and your own category, to indicate that you can capture your own terminologies here, right? This is not limited to the lists in front of you. You can make your own category choices. Indeed, you can have all of your own fields on the form that you'd like. Sure, it's going to quickly categorize this issue with a symptom and say, hey, can't connect. And that definitely works. Now, Footprints allows us to quickly make assignment changes. So if we need to change the assignment, you can see I have it assigned to everyone. We can pick individual technicians if we would like. We can assign it to specific team members if we want, or specific teams. We can quickly remove any assignees that don't belong on the ticket, so I'll go ahead and just assign it to myself. So FootPrints allows us to quickly and easily change assignees. In fact, unlike TrackIt, FootPrints allows me to specify a primary assignee, a primary owner for that ticket, as well as an assignee who may have it for the moment, right? So I can see who really owns the delivery of the service versus who might be assigned to do the work right now. FootPrints also allows me to capture information about who the CC might be. So if I need to carbon copy someone, such as the employee's manager, I can notify additional people. And by the way, this is very useful if you want to notify external vendors of the fact that they need to be involved. Because FootPrints allows our customers, our external vendors, our technicians to interact with it via email. So that means that if you have external folks that need to interact with you or provide you updates, you can simply include your vendor email here, and FootPrints will notify them automatically, and that will allow them to respond to that email and update this request with your information, the information that you need. So FootPrints allows you to manage not only internal requests, but requests that may involve assignments to your external vendor if you need to. Of course, FootPrints being PINX verified to be ITIL certified and ready to run many ITIL processes allows you to link tickets across many different functions. Links to additional problem tickets, links to change requests, for example, or if I said, hey, we just did a change over the weekend, it caused this issue that happened for email, I can link to a change request and say, hey, this reboot of the email server may be why people are experiencing issues right now dealing with email, right, why people are calling us. So FootPrints allows us to create many different types of tickets, links to service requests, links to other related incidents, even creating master and sub-tickets so that if I have disparate workflow and I need to manage those requests, I can manage all of them right from one place and see the status of all of the sub-tickets or sub-tasks that need to take place. FootPrints, of course, allows us to keep track of our attachments, so we can add any attachments to any record that we would like, and we simply browse for the attachment and include it on the record. It keeps track of time spent so that we can see how much time we spent against this record, and keeps track of multiple bill rates so that if your agents have different jobs that they perform at different rates of billing, you can manage a shared services organization leveraging the FootPrints solution. Finally, FootPrints will, of course, keep track of history. Everything that's ever happened to this ticket is going to be managed and tracked so that when we start accumulating a history of it, FootPrints will keep track of it and let us know who took which actions when. Now, of course, FootPrints can take more than just incident requests. I'll go ahead and save this. FootPrints can take requests for problems, change requests, but it can also take requests for things that you may not even realize that you could manage with FootPrints. FootPrints can take requests for ongoing projects. So if I needed to create a project management ticket, I could do that. All of these tickets that I'm opening, right, including my ever popular project stuff field that I added here, all the tickets that I'm opening are created in what's called a workspace. Workspaces in FootPrints are the collection of the stuff that I need in order to manage a given process. So if I begin managing the process of capturing the details necessary for a project, for example, like project sponsors or project tasks, or maybe an overall project overview so that I can see the project name, number, what's in scope, what's out of scope, what the assumptions are, FootPrints can leverage a workspace to do this. Now, unlike TrackIt, where all of the functionality that you need or want is built into the tool right away and you cannot really add additional capabilities, FootPrints allows you to create as many workspaces as you would like. So each workspace, which is free of charge to create, you can do them yourself through a point-and-click interface. We'll talk about that in another segment. You can create as many workspaces as you'd like. So that means if you need to manage legal investigations within your organization, which is something that most folks don't necessarily need to do, but FootPrints allows you to do so, you can see that I can make a workspace into a legal investigation system, managing all the necessary information for doing legal investigations or any additional work that I need to manage. So using the power of a workspace, FootPrints can far exceed what you can do in TrackIt because I can fully configure all the forms to act the way I want, fully configure all the statuses and all the life cycle and workflow to behave the way I want. And as we'll talk about a little later, all of that functionality can be achieved through a simple point-and-click interface so that you can configure and modify your own forms very, very easily.